Welcome to the Rugby Obsession podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Great to be here.
We're doing a deep dive today into, well, a pretty hot topic coming out of New Zealand rugby right now.
Ah, yes, the All Blacks jersey.
Exactly. Is that iconic jersey still holding the same magnetic appeal for the top players?
That's a big question.
Yeah, and it's really been sparked by some recent reports, specifically some commentary from Sky, which Henry Lee covered over on RugbyPass.
Concerns about keeping talent, basically.
Precisely. Concerns about New Zealand rugby's ability to, hold on to its star players. So stick with us. We're going to unpack the factors, what it might mean for the All Blacks going forward.
Sounds good.
And hey, if you like this sort of in-depth rugby chat, make sure you hit subscribe to Rugby Obsession. You won't want to miss future discussions.
Definitely. It's a conversation that really touches on, well, the core of professional rugby today, doesn't it?
It really does. The opportunities globally are just huge now.
And often very rewarding financially, which you can't ignore.
Absolutely. And the catalyst, the thing that really kicked this specific discussion into high gear, seems to be these reports from One News.
About Mark Tele'a.
Yes. Suggesting he might be off to Toyota Verblitz in Japan. His NZR contract is apparently expiring.
Right. And that immediately gets people asking questions about the jerseys pool.
It really has ignited the debate. And Telea isn't just any player, is he?
Not at all. The timing is, well, interesting. He just had that incredible year.
2023 World Rugby Breakthrough Player of the Year.
Exactly. So his stock is incredibly high right now.
Yeah.
Makes him a prime target. And losing him, that amplifies the concern, naturally.
You got it. And former All Black Jeff Wilson, he had some pretty direct thoughts on Sky Sports' The Breakdown.
He usually does. What was his take?
Well, he seemed genuinely worried, concerned about New Zealand rugby's ability, their capacity to retain these top-tier players. He specifically flagged Telea leaving as, a major potential blow.
And hearing that from someone like Jeff Wilson, well, he knows the system. He wore the jersey. That carries weight.
Definitely. He gets the legacy, the importance of keeping that top talent pipeline flowing within New Zealand.
And Wilson didn't just talk generally, right?
Yeah.
He focused on Telea himself.
Oh, absolutely. He was very clear about Telea's quality, called him a superstar.
High praise.
Yeah, highlighting his incredible finishing ability, that unique footwork, the things that make him so hard to handle.
And X Factor.
Right. Wilson basically said losing that specific skill set would be a massive setback, a huge loss, were his words.
And it's not just about finding another winger, is it? It's about that specific game-breaking talent, someone who can just conjure something up.
That's the point he seemed to be making. And interestingly, he also tackled that sort of unspoken idea that All Blacks wingers need to be, say, under 28.
Ah, the age thing.
Yeah. He sees Telea, who is 28 now, as more of a late bloomer.
Okay.
Someone who's actually hitting his absolute peak now. Wilson reckons he could easily have another, 2, maybe 4 really good years at the top.
That's a great point. Players develop differently, don't they? Peak at different times. You can't just apply a generic age rule.
Especially not when someone's performing like Telea is. So Wilson's arguing, let's not box him in based on age.
Makes sense. Did he compare this to other situations?
He did. He started drawing parallels, mentioning other guys who faced similar choices.
Wait, who?
Shannon Frizzell obviously went offshore. Richie Mo'unga.
Who went, but there's talk he might return.
Yeah, exactly. That's the buzz.
Yeah.
And Lester Fanganuku, he went, and now he is coming back.
So it shows it's complex, not always permanent.
Right. And Damien McKenzie, remember his sabbatical in Japan?
Yep. Came back refreshed.
Wilson also touched on some of the more established guys. Aaron Smith, Brodie Retallick, Sam Cane.
Legends. Still capable, but their long-term availability maybe less certain.
That seemed to be the implication, acknowledging their potential value, but also the reality that futures aren't guaranteed.
So, connecting the dots, it paints a picture of this constant churn this dynamic NZ rugby has to manage.
Yeah, it's a cycle, players move on, some come back, but the key challenge is maintaining that consistent level of elite talent within the system for the All Blacks.
And the underlying worry Wilson expressed. It's about the future, isn't it? Losing key players in their prime.
Totally. He's thinking ahead, thinking about future World Cups, the impact a player like Telea could have there.
It really just highlights the pressure cooker NZ rugby is in, this a global market, the lure of overseas contracts. It's strong.
It really is. Which I guess brings us to the core question for everyone listening, perhaps.
What do you think?
Yeah. What are the main factors driving these player decisions? Is it just money? Is it lifestyle? experience? How much does the All Blacks jersey still weigh in that decision?
It's got to be a mix, surely. Personal goals, family, financial security,
Hmm.
versus that undeniable prestige, the history of the black jersey.
Absolutely. And look, we really want to hear from you, our listeners. We've heard Jeff Wilson's concerns, the Telea situation. What stands out to you?
What are the main drivers, in your opinion?
And the big one, does that All Blacks jersey still have the same magnetic pull? Let us know in the comments.
Your thoughts really do add to this whole conversation.
Oh, for sure. And while you're commenting, please do subscribe to the Rugby Obsession podcast if you haven't already. We love doing these deep dives.
Yeah, getting different perspectives helps everyone understand the nuances, the challenges facing NZ Rugby right now.
Okay, so just to sort of wrap up that main point, it's undeniable that a potential move like Mark Telea's, it just throws this whole debate wide open again, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And Wilson's comments really capture that anxiety, that tension within New Zealand rugby about holding on to their best in this global game.
So we really encourage you, our listeners, to keep thinking about it, that balance, between the players' personal opportunities, their career path.
And the huge honor, the legacy of representing your country.
It's a conversation that's definitely not going away. The whole landscape of pro rugby is just constantly shifting.
Indeed it is. And how NZ Rugby navigates this, how they adapt, well, that's going to be pretty crucial for their future success on the world stage, you'd have to think.
Couldn't agree more. For more chats like this, more in-depth rugby analysis, make sure you are subscribed to Rugby Obsession.
Yeah, thanks for joining us for this discussion. It's complex, no easy answers, but it's absolutely central to the ongoing story of the All Blacks.
Thank you so much for listening to the Rugby Obsession podcast. We look forward to you tuning in to our next episode.